Well, right now it's still daylight, so I'm thinking that it could potentially. I mean, what we're seeing now is a huge startup for when the sun goes down, when activity really kicks off. My FBI brethren, Bobby Chacon, said just a little while ago, he used a perfect term that the mayor poured fire on this, and that is exactly what we're seeing. And this fire right here, LA has to remember it almost burnt down just a few months ago. And when we start to see this type of actions, it is no longer a peaceful protest. It doesn't matter that some people stand around. The reality is this has gone from a protest to a riot, and it's actually been that way for about 3 days now. And this is the perfect example of where the National Guard could be used. Usually they're a buffer or a blocking force as an augment to law enforcement. But when we get to this point, this is exactly why President Trump pushed and activated the National Guard in that area. And even the mayor said that this is how incompetent she is. She said that she knew they were being activated, but she didn't think that they would actually be on the street. So I don't know what she thinks, but this is exactly why. That incompetence, these rioters, equal the National Guard being called up, and if the mayor wasn't going to do it, the governor wasn't going to do it, then the president did the right thing. And this is why citizens should not have to deal with this kind of nonsense. That I will say this: if we look at this historically over the past decade, this is not about Mexicans being deported. This is about the left organized, and many of these protesters are organized and shipped all over the country. They can start a protest, they can start a riot within a couple of hours anywhere in the country. That's how organized they are. We see the same tactics, we see the same uniforms and outfits that they wear, and right now, what's happening, it's still daylight. If law enforcement and the National Guard get a hold on this and push these people out of there, they will win for tonight. And that's what they need to start thinking about, not waiting until the evening. They need to be active right now.
Yeah, and we hear KTLA, our affiliate on the ground, reporting that about half a dozen cars are now on fire, and that one we were zoomed into moments ago, it does appear to be a Waymo. There was the self-driving technology on the top of that car. But again, LAPD reporting that demonstrators were stopping these cars driving on Los Angeles north of Arcadia Street. And then setting them on fire. It's incredibly disturbing to see. I mean, you mentioned the National Guard now being deployed to the LA area today. How long would you expect them to stay here, given the severity of the situation now?
Well, I think they were originally deployed because ICE was being attacked and federal agents were being attacked, and they weren't able to do their job. But now this is occurring where now you're starting to see potential loss of life. You're definitely seeing damage of private property and even potentially public property. If the governor is not going to do something, look right there now, you're seeing two fires where there was just one. If the governor is not going to stop this, and the mayor is not going to push the power forward and tell the people to go home, although I don't think that's going to have any bearing on this crowd, then it is in the president's authority to go out there and protect the public. That if the governor of a state is not going to do it, the president can step in there and do it. This, I can tell you right now, is not only going to spread in that city, it's going to spread around the country. And these fires, what we're seeing right here, I think is the beginning of potential something greater than just a riot. I think you may start to see some buildings burn here pretty soon.
It's incredibly concerning. You know, these protests in LA County seem larger in scope than any that we've seen thus far during the current immigration crackdowns by the Trump administration.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.